What is up, guys? It's your boy Amish Hammer back again with one more one take tutorial. And this one actually is going to be a quick one. We're just going to do a little bit of farming while I talk. I'm going to take this down. Okay, so today's episode is about a feature that has been around for a couple of years, but they don't really talk about it. I talked about it a little during my progressive spawn video. This one is called progressive loot. Now, it is on the loot page on the wiki if you wanted to look at it, but basically what progressive loot is a feature that it kind of is just there to encourage people to go and get out of dungeons. So the basic gist of progressive loot is that say a mob naturally drops 100 gold, just a random simple mob drops 100 gold. If that mob has been alive for like 10 hours, then it would get a 50% boost. So that 100 gold mob would then drop 110 gold. Now, to go deeper into the system itself, you basically almost any dungeon and wilderness has the progressive loot bonus. The only places it doesn't have are the ocean and the new player dungeon. I don't know if it also affects like Irkton Bluffs and everything like that. But basically, creatures that you attack in dungeons and in the wilderness have a 5% per hour increase to a max of 250%. So it increases the gold by 5% per hour. And then specifically on top of it, this is what makes this kind of worth farming in the overworld. Every hour, it also adds a 5% bonus on a potential to have better loot. Now, that doesn't sound like much until you leave a dungeon, and then once you leave the dungeon and go and farm wilderness, you could go to the normal wilderness farming locations like POIs, like Papua Swamp, all that shit like that. They're very popular. The mobs that are there probably aren't going to be alive very long. But if you go to like the old settlement or something, those mobs don't really get farmed too much, so you're not gonna run into any PKs most of the time while you're running around the overworld, and you just go around killing any mob that you see. Most likely that mob has been alive for a very long time, and it maxes out at 250%. Now, that might not sound very good for a mob that has 100 gold by default, which, I mean, is understandable. But if it is a mob that drops say 500 gold by default, then you times that by 250%, that mob is definitely worth killing. Now you're going to be getting a decent amount of loot. And if you really want to take it up a notch, you can go and do fortune and get a loot link, and then just go specifically and farm the overworld and farm these low concentration areas. And I mean, you're probably going to make more money than you would in a dungeon. Sometimes the gold is not the best, but that's the unfortunate part, is when you're just farming the natural spots that you always go to, people always farm. Of course, there's not going to be a heavy concentration of mobs in those areas, but they do have a very high chance to drop loot, especially if you're running the fortune and special loot links. There's no real reason not to go farm them because, I mean, most of the locations that you would be checking are low tier mobs, so they're not going to be very hard to kill anyway. That's why people don't kill them. So if you're running around with fortune and a loot chain and you're getting that bonus, it's a lot likelier that you're going to get a like an MCD off of a Mongbat. So just saying, worth a try. I'm not trying to drive people out of dungeons or anything. I'm just giving some nice suggestions, because dungeons get boring after a while. They get hunted by reds all the time. This gives you a chance to get out of the dungeons, go explore the map if you probably haven't done it, and get to enjoy the map. The map is beautiful, so might as well go out and try. Hunt down random fucking things. Those random things will definitely give you money and maybe some good loot. So give it a try. That is probably gonna be my only input for this video. Actually, if you've watched my progressive spawn video about going to points of interest, those might be the only places that have been slightly heavily farmed, because since that video I have seen an uptick in people actually getting interested in going to farm progressive spawns. So unfortunately, some points of interest will probably be wiped out. It's a bummer, but yeah, it's what happens when videos get made. Now, if you are gonna go run around, I mean, it's not the best of info because I don't do it myself, but if you play like a miner or a lumberjack with magery, and you have some summons, just send those summons out to go kill things while you're going to go grab your resources when you're just in the overworld, and there you go. Boom, you kill two birds with one stone. You get paid and you get your resources. That is gonna be the end of my video, guys. I'm sorry for the long delay. I know it's been quite a while. I just haven't really had much to come up with and talk about until I just thought of this, the progressive loot system. I know it's been around for a while. It just hasn't really been talked about too much. So that is why I want to make a video so it is known for every person that it is actually a thing. So there is no real waste in going out of your way and just killing a random like headless or a random wisp that you find in the wilderness. It is potential for some pretty decent stuff. I mean, I've gone out into the wilderness just to hunt down wisps, and I've gotten almost 4 to 5k off of a wisp before because it's just been alive that long. So that is all. Everyone, take that into account. I will see you around. We might do another video soon when the title tune comes out, or any of that patch stuff happens. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. You have a fantastic day. Goodbye.